So we've reached the point in our nation right now where with COVID, with the social justice issues going on in the street, that all the gun violence that's happening every single day doesn't even make the news anymore. We've just become inured to it. What we need is, during this election season, to make sure that the people who we elect to office have the guts to stand up and say, the ability to buy an AR-15 out of the trunk of somebody's car, cash and carry with no questions asked, simply makes no sense. We have to stand up and say it's time for some legitimate gun safety regulations coming out of DC, coming out of Phoenix, and coming out of local jurisdictions. These two songs, the first one speaks to how we do become just used to gun violence in our communities, to the point that it doesn't bother us anymore. It doesn't register on our radar screens. And the second song speaks to the notion of what will it take to get us to change. When I take a look around me, sometimes I wish that I was blind. Feels like something sacred's dying, one headline at a time. I can't tear myself away, no, I just stare in disbelief. You can learn to live with anything when it happens by degree. I've seen every head bowed down, is lost in private prayer. I've seen the phones in every head, seen the long and vacant stares of souls gone numb, thumbing through each ceaseless change and feed. You can learn to live with anything when it happens by degree. I've seen the talking heads shout back and forth across some great divide against a map of red and blue, points of view so cut and dry. But when you look into the mirror, what color country do you see? Where you can learn to live with anything when it happens by degree. I've seen the flags at half-staff as the nation mourned and moaned. I've seen the stars and bars flying proud above the State House dome. For the Charleston 9 we sing, I once was blind, but now I see that we can learn to live with anything when it happens by degree. I've seen little hands on little shoulders, children in a line. I've seen them led away from school as the shots ring out inside. I thought something had to change, but somehow it's become routine. We can learn to live with anything when it happens by degree. I've seen sadness seep into my heart each day a little more. This darkness growing so familiar, can't recall what came before. Our children's faces filled with questions, looking up expectantly, and I don't know what to tell them. No, I can't bring myself to tell them that you can learn to live with anything when it happens by degree. face of God in love, would you change? Would you change? If you knew that love can break your heart when you're down so low you cannot fall, would you change? Would you change? How bad, how good does it need to get? How many losses, how much regret? Would chain reaction, would cause any effect? Makes you turn around, makes you try to explain, makes you forgive and forget, makes you change, makes you change. If you knew that you would be alone, right but being wrong, would you change? Would you change? If you knew that you would find a truth that brings a pain that can't be soothed, would you change? Would you change? How bad, how good does it need to get? How many losses, how much regret? Chain reaction would cause any effect. Makes you turn around, makes you try to explain, makes you forgive and forget, makes you change, makes you change. Are you so upright you can't be bent if it comes to blows? Are you so sure you won't be crawling? If not for the good, why risk the falling? Why risk the falling? If everything you think you know makes your life unbearable, would you change? Would you change? If you've broken every rule and vow and hard times come to bring you down, would you change? Would you change? If you knew that you would die today, if you saw the face of God in love, would you change? Would you change? Change? Would you change? If you saw the face of God in love, if you saw the face of God in love,